Okay.
Doop, 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 doop.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh,
Are we
wow.
on?
We
We're
are.
Okay.
We're live.
Are we live, Charlamagne?
Yeah. Yeah. We're
Oh,
live.
shoot. I almost played us a little ditty.
You gonna play it? Go play it. Set the vibe for the episode.
What's this?
Set the vibe.
Oh, this one?
Hey. Hey. Yeah.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
it. That's my mantra right now. Okay.
Then leave.
Peace out. Hey.
I can't take it. Well, welcome back to Black in the City podcast. We are happy to be here, happy to be coming to you through your ears, your headphones, out loud, whatever you're doing, jogging, walking, pretending to be working.
Whatever
I
you're
would
doing,
say
bro.
commuting, but no one commutes anymore unless you're walking from your bed to your couch or to your desk. But happy commuting. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. We're coming back to you live-ish from Mead Street Studios. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we are.
Live-ish.
We are.
Okay, it's episode 128, and we're happy to be here.
Yeah, I almost freaked. It's crazy.
It's wild. Sierra, we need a weekend update because you had the most live weekend. If you was looking at Sierra's Insta stories, she was on all kinds of fucking boats and waters, and she was lit as shit.
So dramatic.
You first. I need to know what was going on because she abandoned me. I want y'all to know. I texted Sierra like twice this weekend, and she responded like 8 hours later for each of them. Like gave me the emphasize or the hearts on them. I was like, oh, this bitch really don't have time for the peasants
so
today.
Dramatic.
She didn't have no time for me. She didn't even care if I was dead or alive. She didn't care if I had wings or not. She just left me.
Look at my eyes. Roll them. This is not a real thing. Look at this.
She don't care about me.
No. You gotta let me walk into it because it's not true. A lot has happened. I was very first of all, I'm gonna talk about this later. We're gonna talk about Ellen later, but I'm saying.
Oh, come on, Ellen.
Let's do a thing because
she tried that shit.
First of all, this is not true.
Yes.
Secondly, the week was ravaged. The week ran amok.
What did you say the week was? The week was what?
The week wreaked havoc.
Okay, I was like, you said the week was ravaged, and I didn't understand.
First of all, you're not going to embarrass me. First of all, shut it up because you're not going to embarrass me like that in front of all these people.
Go ahead. The week wreaked havoc. Go ahead.
The week wreaked havoc on me and on my body and on my thoughts and on my heart. So it was a lot to take in.
Fine.
And so then on Friday night, this is what happened.
Friday.
Yeah. So I had a lot of things that I had to make up for. So I had to go see my OG, and that is Miss D.
Okay,
she is
my favorite auntie that I've never met.
Yes, she is my best friend's great auntie, and she is like, if you thought that you were lit, you are not, because she is a full-on, like, almost 80 years old, and she will literally drink you under the table, and literally, like, how she calls it, she said, you want an eye opener, which means, like, do you want to drink, and so, but she will get you, like, so, like, sneakily drunk, but the crazy part is she never has, like, food for drunk people, like
you just get everybody here fucked up and then send them on their way.
Yeah, she don't be like, she don't be like, oh, let me make you some, like, a sandwich or something. She be like, here is this, and really good, this vinegar, cucumbers, and tomatoes. It's so good, but I'm like, this is not conducive for somebody that is drunk.
You need bread. You need something in the
get that
tummy.
bread, get that head, So anyway,
I mean, both would be great.
Yeah. And so it's a real thing. So then after that, we met up with some friends at Alcohol.
Girl. I need you to
tighten
up.
Me, bro. I had a little lemonade earlier. It's a lot ticket. So okay. So
Alki, try again.
Alcohol. Yeah, Alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And so then there I got a burger. Come
on, burger.
Yeah, I had a burger and fries that was phenom. And so it was great. And then after that,
a little drunk girl.
Bro, it was the greatest part of my life.
Then what?
Yeah. Then what? Okay, let me tell you. Okay. So it was Friday. Okay, so Friday night I went home. I took a shower, put on my muumuu. It was great. And my muumuu is so cute. So I ripped it a little bit on accident.
Come on,
so
baby.
I got a little slit. You know what I mean? That's really cute.
Show a little leg.
So it makes me look like a little thick mom or something, right?
Come on, thick.
And I want to say, like, sometimes I like curing outfits where I don't have to wear a bra. And I found this.
Duh.
And for me, because everybody knows
that
I'm very well endowed. I found this really, really cute dress from H&M's.
Ooh, come on, H&M's.
It was like a button type situation. I was like, dude, am I really gonna go for it? I was like, yes. And so then I looked at the girls, and the girls were like, yeah, we hot. And so then I freed them, and I just felt like such a natural, just a cute little girl.
You wore it this weekend?
Yeah, I wore it on Friday when I
didn't see it. I didn't see no pictures. Wow.
I did post a picture on my Instagram if you would actually act like you love me.
Well, maybe I didn't notice. Maybe the boobies were just sitting like normal, and I didn't realize they were free in the nipple.
That's how I felt, but it wasn't, the fabric wasn't tight enough. But I just want to say that's a big win for the big titty community. Go ahead. So I was really excited about that. So the next day, it was one of our dear friend, Portina, who's also the CEO of Egocentric Beauty.
Come on,
Follow
Portina.
At Egocentric Beauty on Instagram. She has natural hair products for viewers like you, and it'll make your hair grow. Like, if you look at her hair transformation, this girl literally chopped her hair off. And it is, I feel like her hair is longer than mine now, like from 2 years ago. Like, she chopped it off, but she looks amazing. So yeah, follow her brand. Great products, great natural, organic. Love it.
Come on, plug.
So it was her birthday. Her birthday's actually this weekend. So we decided she's moving back to Atlanta, or going back to Atlanta. So we decided to celebrate her birthday. And so we got on the water. This weekend was supposed to be Seafair weekend. Apparently there was a smoke and float. And so we went to that.
Tell the people what a smoke and float is, because I surely didn't know.
Smoke and float is apparently this event that's been going on in Seattle for a little bit. And it's black people on boats and on floats, enjoying the goodness gracious.
Okay.
Yeah. So
some greens.
Yeah. So it was actually a nice environment. You know, I didn't know a lot of people there, but I recognized people. And it was cool. Like, it was just a nice little vibe. Like, black people just being out, just in the water, just having a good time. So we had a good time. Actually, no, I just skipped over my whole life. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do it really fast.
Run it back, ma'am. Yes.
Run it back, because that day began to be difficult for no reason. So I'm like getting all the things ready. I'm getting all my items ready because I had a long weekend, as you know. And so we get together and we meet at the car wash, because we're taking my friend's boat out. So she needed to wash her boat. So the way the size of the boat versus the size of her car, it's latched together. Like, it's like a car wash where you got to do it yourself.
Manual car wash.
Yeah. So it's like, you can't, everything couldn't fit in. But like with the boat, you can't take it through a car wash.
Right.
Like, that's not happening. Yeah. And so like, it doesn't fit. Everything is not fitting in the stall, essentially.
Great.
So other cars are being smart and driving around her car.
Right.
So this white Subaru comes, specifically white Subaru, and a white woman gets out of the car. And she's like, Jesus, can you move your car? And so my friend says, no, just go around, bro. Everybody's going around, whatever. She gets back in the car, and like maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, an Asian guy gets out of the passenger seat, and he's like, so why can't you move your fucking car?
First of all,
and
get fucked up.
Whoa. So then I was like, okay. So then my friend instantly is like, who the fuck are you talking to, dude? And so then he starts like being like just crazy. He's like, move your car, and then whatever. And so then he spits at her car.
I'm going to jail.
Then he calls her a nigger. And then, because I'm trying to
literally... We already talked about y'all on the pod.
We already talked about that, right? And so I'm like, for me, I am like giving my anger out in increments. Because I'm like, after she says, who the fuck are you talking to? I now just say, who the fuck are you talking to, right?
Come on, co-side.
So I'm trying to like keep my anger levels like level, because
you need to keep them under control.
Because then I don't want my friend to then be like, Sierra, calm down. So I'm trying to like not get to that point. But then he spits, he calls a nigger. I lose it.
Yeah,
he's every bitch. I'm like, get in the car with your white bitch. I was like crazy, okay? I'm just like,
you fried Karen's ass too. Come on.
I'm just like, I'm angry now. And so he gets in the car, and so it was like one of those things like, I really want to put hands on dude, but that's not a thing.
We're not going to do it. We don't fight strange men.
Yeah, because and also, if I get to the point where I'm ready to fight somebody, I have reached a level of blackout anger.
Of course.
If I feel so angry that I need to throw something or cause harm to someone's body, that's that's the line that I don't get to. I don't let myself get to. So I was like, no, let's not do that, because if once I've reached that point, my pressure is up. Like, it's too much. Like,
you said my blood pressure.
I start getting stressed, and then then I gotta have like a snack. It's a lot to take. So no, I don't let myself get to that point, because I know, like, it's just like, you just know I don't fight. Like, I don't know, people might think
you don't got hands, but you got heart.
Yeah, I got. Hey, first of all, don't disrespect me, nigga, because at the end of the day, if we fight right now, if I knock those flowers off the table and we fight, whatever. The thing
I'm gonna beat your ass on camera. That's
no, you won't. This is the thing. At the end
you
of the day,
don't be calling me a linebacker for nothing, bitch.
At the end of the day, you might come as you might with your big ass try to come get me, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, people will know that I was there, bitch.
Of course, you want to know why? I don't think you're not gonna get your hits in.
I'm gonna claw you to death, and then I'm gonna bite you, and I'll hit you, and then I'll pull your hair.
So I'm gonna need a tetanus shot, is what you're saying.
Oh, you're an animal.
Like, yeah, you said you would bite me.
Animal. Whatever I need to do to disarm you. At the end of the day, hey, you might think
my sister bites me for fun. That will not stop me.
Listen. So because I want all you big niggas to understand me, okay? You Amazon, listen. You might hit hard, but you gonna fall hard too, nigga. At the end of the day, that's big niggas fall hard.
That's for them big unstable bitches. That's for the bitches that be big but shaped like M&Ms, nigga, and want to fight everybody.
It's okay.
They the ones that be toppling over like fee fi fo fum. Them the ones that can't actually take the hits because they never actually get in a fight.
Check this out. Fred Flintstone, check this out. Check this out. There's there's a lot of displaced anger from this Asian man this weekend. Do you want it?
Bitch, get fucked up.
Yeah. That's right. So drink
your
yerba mate.
I don't want to.
Drink it for viewers like you.
You don't yell at me.
Hey, you made my voice get to a level. So
anyway, telling your story about how you cursed out this Asian man, but controlled your rage.
But I was just so angry. So essentially, to be real. We go. So then afterwards, we go and get Chinese food. Because we had already planned this, so you're not gonna ruin our plans because people at the Chinese food place didn't do nothing.
Right.
So we go to Chinatown to get it, and ironically, there's like a thing, like a mural that says "Asians for Black Lives Matter," and I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling that right now.
We're not buying it.
I'm not into it. Yeah. So then, honestly, it was like really more hurtful because it's like there's a sense of rage that comes over you when a white person does it and they get instant gratification. I know for a fact that this dude wouldn't have done it had we had a black man in the car with us easily because he would have got tossed and then we would have had a thing and then somebody would have went to jail. It's a lot. But it was just it was hurtful because it's like you are another you are a person of color. Now I don't even want to say another because I am black. I am not a person of color, and it is for
you are
that
a non-black
reason.
Person of color.
Yeah, it's for that reason right there that I was like, you just continue to prove me right. I'm not a person of color because at the end of the day, you were in a car with a white woman and felt like you could get buck with us.
The first thing you did is go to the racial slur.
Yeah, you went to the racial slur. You wanted her to move her car. And then the crazy part, he ended up going around her car anyway to get out.
Of course.
You used the slur nigger for what?
Why would you get to that level? I would have backed the car up to block the path. Like, I would have been casual. I would have blocked it. Like, now you got something to say. Well, you're going to figure out another way out because now you can't go around. Like,
yeah.
I'm childish. Like, you could have went around, but you had to make it a big deal, and now you really fucking stuck.
Yeah, it was just like such a thing. It was like, it's like you're literally like minding your business and dude is just like so aggressive. Like for what reason? Because my thing is like I was thinking about myself. I'm like, if I have an unsavory interaction with like an Asian person or wherever, which happens pretty often, my first thought isn't to say, hey, you know, racial epithet. That's not my thought. Like, I'm
gonna fry your ass off what you look like right now. Why your outfit shitty? Why, like,
right.
I'm gonna fry you personally.
Yeah, and some of, like, we were talking to, like, other women about it, and she was like, nah. She said, I would have went up to the car, like, so your girl got to get out the car now because I'm going to fight her now.
Right,
like,
I can't fight you, but I'm gonna beat her ass
I'm going to
now.
fight her. You got to get out the car. But it's just, like, a thing of, like, just the sheer disrespect. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, how I was raised, you call me a bitch, you call me whatever, but you spit. You gotta choke on that spit. You gotta choke on that spit, bro. So it was a lot to take in, but whatever.
Ooh,
so then, long story short, we had the rest of the day was. I mean, we still had mishaps and stuff. Like we get on the boat, accidentally put all the liquor back in the car. So we had to drive back the boat to go get the liquor because it's essential.
Party foul. Obviously.
Yeah, we just had like wine and stuff. But girl, we needed like
something.
A shot, you know. So the rest of the day was cool. I didn't get home till a smooth like 1 o'clock. Had to get up at early in the morning because I was going on a boat again with a group of my friends.
Was shitting on us all weekend.
No, I am adjacent. So there's that.
What?
And so no. So my body naturally wakes me up at 6. Okay, I gotta I gotta get to the dock by 9:30 so we can get on the boat and such. And I just woke up and I was just tired. My body was just very tired. The water will tire you out.
Of course.
It's just a lot to take in because you gotta, because I was really a boat hand this weekend, like
tie it up,
docking the boat, like moving, like it was a lot. So it takes, and the sun just takes a lot of energy out of you. So we get on the boat, boom, boom, boom. It's at this point now. It's 10 of us. We're on this boat. We had a great time.
Abide by coronavirus rules. No more than 10 people.
No more than 10 people. Yeah, and everybody's supposed to be 6 feet apart, which is like unrealistic because you're on a boat. And so we're in the boat, dude, and it's a good time. Like my friends made some bomb food. We had like catfish, we had pasta salad, we had chicken, we had shrimps. It was the worst. It was great, and we had a good time. And so like I did the nose of the boat thing. It was cool little time, whatever. One of my friends left the water on in the bathroom, so the bathroom flooded. That was crazy. That was real cool. And I swear, like every 3 minutes, dude, my friends were like, "So are we taking a shot or what?" Like, bro.
So y'all were ready to die.
Yeah, we're like literally, and almost. We had a couple close encounters, and so essentially, I was just lit, and I just felt like I was in a very euphoric state because I was like, I'm feeling a lot of things right now. So, and I was tired, and my vision was messed up from the other day. It was a lot to take in. Essentially, I ate a lot. Okay, I ate quite a bit. I was a very, very hungry girl. So that happened.
You deserve it. That's all right.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I ate it, and then by the end of the night, it was gone. Why? I know why? Because it's in my toilet. Threw it all up. It's gone.
So it doesn't even count.
Yeah, so I am here as a mere shell of myself, thinking about all those hot dogs that went to waste.
Brutal.
Chicken thighs and such. So here I am today.
Down the toilet. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. I had a good time. I spoke up a lot this weekend, and yeah, I'm here, and now I'm here, and I'm very tired and holding on to my knees like I'm a woman.
We're happy to have you. I'm glad that you survived.
Yeah, Makita was doing whatever she wanted to do all weekend because she didn't want to hang out with me. But yeah, it's
whatever.
I
wasn't invited on none of these boats.
First of all, no need to yell. But tell us how your weekend was because your weekend of betrayal.
How am I in trouble? I didn't do nothing fun. Well, I mean, I did have a lot of fun this weekend, but I did not do anything like you did on the water all weekend. My weekend was far less entertaining than your weekend, way less eventful. I would like to, appreciate all the kind words of encouragement for me moving out and support you guys have shown me the past couple weeks of me procrastinating.
Yeah, you were procrastinating.
I finally moved out of my apartment and turned my keys in on Friday, which was like...
That was our first home.
Yeah, like super bittersweet. It was my third apartment here in Seattle, but the one I lived in the longest. I've lived there for almost exactly 3 years, and I just have had like so many memories. If any of y'all like personally know me, that's where we've had all the pre-games and after parties and Sunday dinners and birthday parties and surprise birthday parties and like just all kinds of stuff.
Just never invited me to Sunday dinner. Go ahead.
Tons and tons of tons of like just memories with my friends there. I just I had got 2 jobs there. It's just I've experienced a lot of stuff. A lot of personal growth, particularly in that apartment. And it just like, it was just my home and I love it so much. It was just such a good, cozy place. And everybody, was able to let themselves in and fucking nap there, do what they need to do. Yeah, it has been like a very kind of central piece of my life. And I think, and been a very good kind of space for other people. And I have just really enjoyed that apartment. So I definitely was a little sad. I had to have a little moment by myself before I left the keys,
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I definitely like felt emotional about it. Like I just wanted to be, grateful to the space and just like, be happy and closing that chapter and really happy about the chapter my life is moving into. So It's like bittersweet. Obviously no one like wants to like leave like their favorite apartment, but like what I'm doing is even better and even more fun. So that was really good. And then I went to dinner to celebrate this new milestone, and that was fun. We went to this new place called Pomodoro. I think it's in Queen Anne.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, not you. And it was amazing. It's like a small kind of Southern European restaurant. It's like a mix of like Italian and Spanish food, and it was bussin'. And the chef and owner was like our waiter because we got there really late. And we were like one of the only like people in there. It's a really small restaurant, but it was really sweet. Everybody was really nice. So we like had a bottle of wine. We had this like really good crab fucking pasta dish that was amazing. And then I felt very at home because he was like, oh, like what's your like spice level that you can take? And I was like, well, I'm from the Caribbean, like I'm good.
She said, blow
I
it
was
back
like,
my
hey,
ass out,
I was like,
blow it out.
He said,
light it up. Send me through the ringer.
He said scale of 1 to 10, and I was like an 8 probably because I don't know like what it is, And so he brought over this like house-made pepper sauce idea, like from like Scotch bonnet peppers. And I like smelled it, and I like, had him put a little bit on the side of my plate because I was like, I don't know what this tastes like. And it literally tasted almost like just like pepper sauce. I tasted it, and I was like, sir, bring that, just come on, bring that back. I need you to drizzle that just all over this bitch. It was so good. The food was amazing. We almost went back the next night, and we actually only found it because we were trying to go to Toulouse Petit, and every time I fucking called that place, they literally never answered the phone, and we got there 10 minutes after they sat their last table, and I was like, kill me, because it was like 10 o'clock. We just like called around and found Pomodoro, but I was really glad that we went there. So that was fun. And then the next day, our Peloton got delivered. So I'm now a member of the Peloton Club.
Oh my gosh, we are. Yeah.
Yes.
Coronavirus.
Everybody's always very obsessed with Peloton bikes. And I was like, okay, like I understand like having it in your home, like probably amazing. No, I understand exactly why it is basically a cult. I've had it for 3 days and I have biked literally every single day since we've had it. I did the first maiden ride on our bike like 45 minutes after it got installed. Like I immediately did a ride, and it is amazing. So I love it, and I'm obsessed with it, and we're going to see what I can get done with it. But it's really great and really high tech. I love it. It's been good. Also, I didn't say, but we were dog sitting this weekend, which was really very kind of dramatic, but we did it, and life was good. It was a little dramatic because the dog
what happened? Did he eat something that I don't like?
No, he's very needy. So sweet, but like very needy. And I am like fine with that out of dogs mostly, but I'm used to dogs that are hypoallergenic. So he wants to snuggle up a lot, and his level of shedding is like a 15 out of 10.
It's
so like everywhere he goes, I'm always like, I want to snuggle so bad, but also like I'm gonna vomit from all the fucking dog hair that's around me right now.
I would just itch.
And he like doesn't listen very well about like what to not get on, and it's like hard to do that in an apartment, right? So we have 2 couches, so I'm like, oh cool, on the black one it's leather, like knock yourself out. But of course he's like on the cloth couch, and it like the hair gets like embedded in there, and like every time we leave the room, like you go to bed, you like go to the bathroom, and he's like on the fucking couch. Like all weekend we were like, get off the couch, get off the couch, get off the couch, get off the couch.
Get your ass down.
To the point where we had to like flip.
That's why I can't a dog.
I want a dog, but hyperallergenic. And at some point, we had to lift the couch cushions up so he just like literally couldn't sit on the couch, like to have no other choice. He has a whole fucking dog bed, but he was like, y'all look like y'all be chilling, so like I'ma just be over here. But really, why it was dramatic is because we have no idea. He didn't eat anything he wasn't supposed to, but that dog vomited like 4 times all weekend.
Oh no!
And I was like, must be like separation anxiety or something. I don't know, but because like we've dog sat before and that's never happened, but like. It was a lot. I obviously wasn't going to clean it up, but like that was a thing like every single day. Every day. And then of course the Peloton came while we were dog sitting, and we have like, you can order like a mat to put the Peloton on, which is also black. And like the minute that it got installed, he just like sat right on top of it. And I was like, I am going to lose my mind with this dog hair in here. Like, get out. I can't take it. But the worst part is that he's just so sweet. So it's like you can't be that mad because he's such a good dog. It's just a dog hair. Yeah. But it was totally fine. It was just,
my allergies are acting up right now. Like my ear is itching a whole bean.
Itching a whole bean.
I'm going to keep it a whole bean with you. My ears are itching and I cannot reach the itch.
Come on, hay fever. That sucks.
But go ahead.
That's pretty much all. And then on Sunday, I went to get my nails done with Angie and Kia, of which I am obsessed with. They are so cute.
Guess who she didn't ask to go get their nails done?
You got your nails done last week, you clown.
Well, they're already starting to do a thing, okay?
Yeah, you're not ready for a redo, though. So
I'm not going to lie, though. This really hay fever is really, like, punching me in my jaw. Like on some real, like, jaw-wired shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, clean yourself up. That's really what it feels like right now. So I just want to let you know that right now.
That's
as you speak, understand that I'm itching.
Okay, I do know. But that's all I did. And then
I mean, they're very cute.
Thank you.
Can we get a close up of her middle finger?
No, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, we know we spent so much time on the weekend update, but I haven't seen Sierra, so we kind of were just catching up. So we hope you guys were catching up with you. Too. Feel free to tell us, how your weekend was. But weekend update, I am gonna get us going.
I will not lie. I really felt like Sherman in the clumps this weekend.
Why? Because he ate so much.
No, well when he didn't throw up, but really, I just felt like the next day after that party. And the what is it called? The Nutty Professor, right? Yeah. The next morning after the party, and all those girls are in his house, and there's bras and cans everywhere. He's knocking them over. That's how I felt.
Don't know how to manage just
just
and
knocking
arms
stuff
and fucking...
over a party happened. I don't know who was there, but I was.
So funny. Okay, really quickly, last week we talked about how you need to protect Black women. We already heard a story about how niggas are very, lackadaisical, and that Asian man felt that he could yell at a car full of women, but okay, keep protecting Black women. This week, all I wanted to talk about is the primary election that is coming up, and some other kind of important things to know about the election, because we are also, currently being governed by a moron and who is working very hard to run our country into the ground. So there have been some wild ass tweets and things that this man has said as of late, and I just wanted to address them really quickly. So first and foremost, though, very important, obviously, to please know your primary dates, right? If you're voting democratically,
tomorrow.
Here in Washington, I'm going to read some to you, obviously. Yes, here in Washington, it is tomorrow. So August 4th.
Yeah.
When you're listening to this,
That's that bang.
That bang.
Whoa.
I can't stand her.
Wow, Makita's really ruined my song. Go ahead.
We can play it for y'all because that shit takes me out. Okay, so tomorrow is a primary for a few states. It's not for all of them, so pay attention, right? So if you're in Arizona, Kansas, Michigan, Missouri, or Washington and listening to this, make sure you vote. If you're registered to vote, please make sure you vote. If you are not registered to vote, you still can in most states, I think all 50. You can register on this same day. You just must vote in person. You obviously can't get a mail-in ballot same day. So if you aren't registered, you may still vote. Just go in person, go early so you don't have to stand in too many lines. Register, cast your vote. It's your right, and we all need you, okay? We're all in this together. August 6th is Tennessee. August 8th is a Saturday. That is Hawaii. And then August 11th, there's quite a few states. What am I looking at? Connecticut, Georgia, Minnesota, South Dakota, Vermont, Wisconsin. So those are the ones that are coming up. Make sure that you vote, okay? If you aren't registered, I'm upset to hear about it. If you're over 18, you should clearly be registered to vote. But I digress, okay? Also, over the weekend, or not over the weekend, a couple of days ago. Today's what, the 3rd? So on whatever July 30th was, last fucking Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. Every day feels like the same day. So I'm having a hard time with that. But Donald Trump, and I should have even said his name. So 45, all right. Oh, Thursday. It's right here in the article. It was Thursday. Like usual, he went on Twitter with his Twitter fingers and said, with universal mail-in voting, not absentee voting, which is good. He had to make sure we understood the difference. 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent, he had to put them in, in all caps, election in history. It will be a great embarrassment to the USA. Delay the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote, ? And that sent people nuts, because this man has been saying a lot of things that he cannot actually do, but he is talking as if he can and will do them, right? When I said something about that last week about Donald Trump saying, maybe he will or maybe he won't leave the presidency if he loses, casually saying that, I feel like that's not getting enough coverage, that our president was just casually talking about enforcing a dictatorship. I am not sure whose America that is, but for that man to say that and be like, and he literally was like, we'll see. We'll just have to see. We don't have to see for that. You have to go. You need to leave, right? But casual, no one's saying anything. And so for now, for him to be, getting at how he wants to delay the election, right, which is obviously another tactic for the right, but he actually can't do that, right? So at a press conference following that up in the afternoon, because that was 5:45 in the morning. Why is that the first thing that you're tweeting? But I digress. At a press conference later that day, he said that he actually does not want a date change, as he called it, but he also Then he followed up with several minutes worth of comments about how he argues that this year's practices aren't reliable. He said they'll be fraudulent, they'll be fixed, they'll be rigged. Okay, and he said he's talking about this election, words. Right? The only words he knows, obviously. Right. So it's important to note.
Joe College.
He probably went to Trump University.
Right, fraudulent.
And this is an article for NPR, right? So they're talking about how almost all of his claims about voting by mail are not accurate, right? So he actually can't delay the election. So the president does not have the power to move the date of the election, which was set by a law in 1845, which places it the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Theoretically, the date can move with action by Congress, but that would actually require an agreement both by the Democrats who control the House and the Republicans who control the Senate. Obviously, very hard to get them to align on anything, but to the luck of American citizens everywhere, neither side actually supports that idea, which became very clear over the day between his post on Twitter and later after the comments at the press conference, because all kinds of right-wing Congress people, senators, what have you, were all like, nope, we're not aligned. They all were like, nope. Right, like Mitch McConnell in an interview said that the date is set in stone and like it's not moving. I'm trying to see other quotes of people. Another person named Richard Pields, who is a constitutional law professor at NYU, said it's virtually inconceivable that the presidential election would be delayed. The press secretary said in a statement on Thursday that the president is just raising a question about the chaos Democrats have created. Okay. Like, all right, bitch, rein your man in. That's pretty much all you need to do. So basically everybody. And then finally, the House Judiciary Committee chairman, his name is Jerry Nadler, who is a frequent critic of the president. He said, let's be clear. Trump does not, he got on Twitter, of course. He said, he like retweeted his tweet and it said, let's be clear. Trump does not have the ability to delay the election. Our elections are enshrined in the Constitution. The Constitution also says that if the date of the election is to be changed, it must be changed by Congress. So everybody wants to make sure that this man knows that he cannot do what he is saying or insinuating, because he obviously does not know much about anything that he actually is tasked to do. He just says things and does things and actually doesn't have the power to do them. And then his flunkies end up trying to figure out ways to allow him to do it, because he genuinely doesn't know what he's actually doing. So a big thing that he was calling out, and I saw some things going around about the kind of delicate and often precarious situation the U.S. Postal Service is in. And that's the last thing that I want to address, because, and the reason why that's important is obviously a majority of people vote with mail-in ballots, right? A lot of places actively only have mail-in ballots. And so that's mostly, actually primarily, all of them are delivered and controlled by the U.S. Postal Service, which is struggling financially at the moment. And Donald Trump basically hates them and is likely to not... the U.S. Postal Service needs funding. I'm looking for the exact space right now where it's in there. But it's unlikely that the Congress will actually vote to give them the money that they need, which is really concerning. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'm speed reading. This is also from NPR. So Donald Trump basically shits on the Postal Service all the time and has made unfounded claims that the mailed ballots will be substantially fraudulent, right? And he is also like pushing this trope that somehow mailboxes are going to be robbed, which like no one like ever has done that. So like I don't know why he thinks that like people are going to start like stealing ballots out of mailboxes. Like that's not going to happen.
Right.
Like it's just not going to happen. So, but however, it's important to note that there have been issues in the past with U.S. Postal Service and ballots. So for instance, in Wisconsin last month, 3 tubs of ballots were discovered, never having reached voters. Earlier this month in Ohio, hundreds of ballots that were postmarked on time to be delivered ballots that were postmarked on time were delivered too late to be counted, right? However, the expert that they are quoting in here, her name is Tammy Patrick, who is a senior advisor to the Democracy Fund. She says all of the blame is not on the Postal Service, of course, right? So she said that a lot of the policies that we have in place are not voter-centric. They're setting the voters up. They're not setting voters up to succeed, but rather to fail. So she said for Ohio, you could request a ballot to be mailed to you on Saturday up until noon for Tuesday's election. And she was like, well, now the mail delivery is 2 to 5 business days. So, like, you can ask for your ballot, but, like, it's not going to get to you in time. So, like, we need to make sure that states have policies that actually reflect how the ballots are actually going to be mailed.
And
that will
shout
be
out
realistic.
to Washington, though, because we've always been.
I got mine already. I'm about to drop mine off tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm voting mine off tomorrow. I'll do it last minute.
Absolutely. And then the last thing I wanted to call out. So about the budget, right? So this last year, the last fiscal year, the agency ran an $8.8 billion deficit. And then this man named Mark Diamondstein, who is the president of the American Postal Workers Union, says that the Postal Service may run out of cash by early fall without an infusion of funding from Congress, which the Trump administration opposes, obviously, right? And so he said that if the post office is allowed to run out of money without relief, then all postal operations become in jeopardy. And that would include the tremendous access to the ballot box, and not just the ballot box, but voter information. And so that's the piece that I think is the most important, right? So, like, not that there's going to be voter fraud or people are going to steal ballots because, like, no one gives a fuck. No one's doing that. It's more about paying attention to Republicans altering voting machines in places like Florida rather than mail-in ballots. But I digress. That's a conversation for another day. But it's more likely to happen if Congress doesn't do what they actually are supposed to do. Like, it's really frustrating to me consistently how this current administration is continuing to politicize things that are politicized and make partisan issues out of things that aren't, right? Like, it's the mail. It's a bipartisan issue. Like, there should be no question about funding the U.S. Postal Service. It's been around for as long as our country basically has been around. Like, why is it that we're questioning the U.S. Postal Service? Like, that is a common right that we all should have to be able to send mail and not to think twice about, like, my mail not fucking getting there. Like, it's just mail. Like, it shouldn't be in jeopardy. And the ramifications for that are huge, right? So he's basically playing this game of cloak and dagger, which is why we all need to pay attention, right? Like, he's yelling up here about how he thinks there's going to be mail fraud and voter fraud when he's really behind the scenes down here creating the problem that will actually impact your capacity to vote. It is not going to be mail fraud. It's going to be the fact that the mail service cannot run in certain cities. And we all know, hopefully by now, who will be the most impacted by that, right? We already see how hard it is for Black and brown voters in many states, particularly southern states, to even vote in person if they vote by mail, right? And that provides or creates rather an access issue for everyone blanketly, right? But it creates an issue for everybody, but particularly for people with disabilities, people who are rural, people who live far away from where there's actual places where you can vote in person, right? Like, that will actually really challenge the fairness of our election, and it will not be voter fraud. It will be the things that are happening behind the scenes that no one is paying attention to. So please pay attention. Do what you need to do in order to make sure that we have postal service, and also, like, pay attention because it could happen in the blink of an eye. Like, be prepared to vote in person, right? Like, don't let, intentional tactics to make it difficult for us to exercise our right to vote stop us from voting. So please be paying attention if you don't get your mail-in ballot for, this November, whatever it might be, because it could be fucking September and the U.S. Postal Service runs out of money and runs into issues. Like, be prepared to get your ass up on election day and vote this lunatic out of the White House. So be prepared.
We need him gone.
And that is it.
That's that on that,
for
she
me.
said.
Okay? Register to vote. If you're not registered to vote, square up. I'm fighting you. I'm coming to your door.
We just told you what it is and what it ain't. That's it.
What she said. Tell us what's on trend. Who are we yelling at first? Is it Ellen? Is it Dasha Polanco?
First, Dasha, whatever.
Polanco?
But let's start first with a positive. So Netflix rolled out that a bunch of my
I've been watching Moesha.
Yes, Mo to the E to the Moesha.
I would like to. Okay, can I just for a brief second,
and I have
just
a second
brief
too.
Interlude. I've been watching Moesha. I'm only on season 1 because I only just started it yesterday. I know I'm behind. But they were really disrespectful as fuck to Kim.
Yes, from episode 1.
I did not realize. I mean, they shit on this girl for being big when really,
she wasn't even big.
She wasn't even that big. She's clearly bigger than the rest of them. But, Brandy is really skinny, but she wasn't big. She obviously gets bigger as, it the show progresses. But from episode 1, even Brandy, even Moesha was frying her when they were making jokes. Like, what did she say in the first episode? She was like, "It's really not that bad," and she was like, "Your face is cute, girl."
Yeah, she said,
like,
you think I'm big? Yeah, your face is cute. And then they did the cheerleading, and she thought like Kim really wasn't gonna make it because she had the look, and Moesha didn't make it.
And then she was like, really butthurt.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was just talking to somebody in the DM about that today. Because shut up, shut your face, or you're gonna be eating cantaloupe and taking 2 eyebrows to the back. That's it. Anyway. So, I watched, so pretty much like the Moesha cursor is that all of my favorite black sitcoms will be coming. I don't know why they're rolling them out like, oh, Girlfriends is coming September 1st, which I'm going to lose my mind. When Girlfriends comes out, do not call me.
I can't wait to watch it as a grown up. I know that show's going to be so different now that
It is. It's going to be way different. It's going to be way different. Like, I look at Maya, it's so crazy these days. But, because I still watch reruns on like the black channels.
I haven't watched it in probably 10 years.
Wow.
I barely remember about the show. So I can't wait.
I love it. Episode 1 had me upset for a various number of reasons.
In Girlfriends?
But no, on Moesha, because I was just like the way that she was interacting with her stepmother, like just a lot of things. There's a lot of things that's going on, but
it's really made for white people. I realize like some of the I think a lot of the family dynamic
the guys
are like. Yes, it's a black family, but the way that the family interacts is often very white. Like, even when it's like, you're grounded, right? Like, first of all, it's on punishment, okay?
Right.
Like, black people don't say grounded. That doesn't exist in our culture. That's white culture, or the way she was talking to her stepmom. Like, yo ass would have been grass.
Yeah, and her stepmom is Jamaican. Like, come on.
She would have slapped the shit out of her. Obviously, can't do that on TV, but it's a very, like, white.
It's the white gaze. Listen. Man, if they put Parenthood, it's a done deal.
What's Parenthood?
Parenthood is like a 90s black sitcom. Yeah. Wow, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. So there's that.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Wow. Robert Townsend?
You think I'm going to Google. I probably have, but I'm just not good with the names.
Look it up, friend. It's great. So that happened. So I watched that, but I'm in season 2, but I just been letting Netflix just play. I'm waking up the TV be off. So essentially I've been on that. So we're very happy about that.
Okay, I wasn't tripping. I'm like, I know there's a white people show called Parenthood. That's why I was like,
yeah,
from 2010. That's not.
No, that one's hella.
That's I was like,
Cousin Skeeter.
Okay,
hey.
Wait. Tell me it's called Parenthood.
Yeah, it's with Robert Townsend. So
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, look it up. Cause Zaria, like everybody knows.
Because
I feel like they never got the flowers.
Because I spelled it like
deserve.
actual Parenthood. That's why I was like, that's a white people show. That's why I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But it's called The Parent 'Hood. Like parenting in the hood.
Well, not like, no, they didn't even live in the hood.
But I'm saying like that's how it's spelled. That's why it didn't appear. That's why I was confused.
Oh,
I don't know.
They were a very nice, clean black family.
Okay, I actually do recognize this show. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
Come on, Jet Magazine. Continue.
Yeah, everybody's on Jet. So let's talk about something that's not so pleasant. Dasha Polanco. That's her name?
Yes, from Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black. So essentially last week we are so excited that there were so many black nominations. Insecure got a lot of nods. Zendaya.
Well deserved for Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria. I need to watch that. I stopped watching it.
It's so good.
Yeah, so it was some really good stuff. And so we get a little shade from our Latinx community. So we have John. I'm gonna mess this up.
Is it not
Leguizamo?
Yeah,
is that it?
Leguizamo or something like that.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, snorter, Pepe Le Pew. Listen. So he says, why can't we Latinx have a piece of the pie? We are the largest ethnic group in America and missing as if we didn't exist. Okay. Dasha Polanco says if it's only us speaking up on it, no one cares. It's a silence from those that fight for equality, but only their equality. Diversity, but diverse enough to include thyself. That mentality, as long as I'm good, I don't see a damn thing.
First of all.
There's a lot of first of alls here, but then she tried to create a video to clear it up, and it just made it worse. Because she was just like, first of all, that was not shade to the black community. Surprise. Who were you talking about then, sis? Because, like, if you really break it down, who are you talking about? Like, she's like,
Be clear.
Blackness is in my blood. I'm Dominican. First of all, you just put out another issue there. Because let's not act like that Dominican people be, like, acknowledging that they're black.
Niggas. They sure
or,
do not.
like, Puerto Rico. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Let's not act like the larger Dominican, Puerto Rican community let's not act like they claim blackness. Let's not act like it. Let's
Until
be clear
they
want to
say nigga, then they be like, oh, well, I'm black. But then if you say anything about where they're from, their roots, they be acting like they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like Haiti isn't next door.
Right. Like, and then and all of a sudden in the last 2 years, everybody's Afro-Latina. Okay, cool. All right, because you weren't before. Okay.
Right, you didn't have nothing to fucking say.
Yeah, so it's like, why? So now we're mad at black people. Like, okay, black, and again, it's the thing again. All of these things threading together. Black people are always fighting for everybody.
Right.
Always fighting for everybody.
As we win, y'all want to be like, well, why can't we win? First of all, mind your business.
Like when we fight for yourselves, and then you guys are good. But like, so where you guys be at? Huh?
I don't hear none of y'all yelling Black Lives Matter. I don't see none of y'all doing no shit that is relevant to the black community, but somehow we should make time to turn around, which we already do.
Yeah.
To make sure that everybody is getting equal rights, right? But no one is showing up for us, but we should be so quick to what?
Like, it's crazy. And I mean, let's be clear. I mean, we're not talking generally. It's just like, that's just a lot of what is being seen. And I'm just not here for people that are not black trying to call out black people and being like, oh, I guess since you guys are good, just F us. No, that's not what's happening, because that's a lot of times what you guys do. So I don't even want to hear it. Like, it just reminded me of that Jane the Virgin girl when she was trying to silence, what was her name? Oh, it wasn't
I cannot remember who she was talking about.
Sky Jackson.
Yeah.
Sky Jackson, like, it was
she said black women, and she's like, what about all
she's
women?
like, all women. Like, first of all,
like,
be quiet, dude. Like, she's talking about black women again. Let's be very clear. And the reporter was like, yeah, I did mean black women. So,
right.
You know, it's just really like, don't try to front and then try to clean it up and then you made it worse, sis. Don't do that.
Had a video saying nigga and wanted to have to cry about it after you knew exactly what you did.
Yeah, like, girl, if you don't kiss some ass. Okay, now let me get to the real. Let's get to the real. So this is the thing. Okay, so we talk all the time about allies staying in their place.
Yes,
some of y'all just don't be listening. So all of us know who Tamika Mallory is. Some of you, she's an activist, very vocal, you know, doing the work. So we definitely appreciate her. Mm-hmm. So essentially what happened is there is a man by the name of J.W. Lucas. Okay. And I'm pulling up the tweet.
Do we hate him?
Now. Hate him or love him, the underdog's on top.
Okay.
So essentially, his tweet was, and for context, he's a producer, and he works with a lot of big hip hop artists like, you know, DaBaby, all these different artists, and he makes hits with them. So he started off, this is where he first had us fucked up.
Is he a black person, a white person?
No, he's white. Okay. He's white man. He's a white producer that works with a lot of black artists. He said, why is the world asking for justice for Breonna Taylor? Of course she shouldn't have lost her life, but do you realize that she was involved with multiple drug dealers who were using her house as a trap spot? If you sign up for that life, there are consequences.
I'm sorry, you got on Beyonce's internet and you said what?
Exactly. So Tamika Mallory was like, you know, people were saying like, Tamika, why are you wasting your time on this? And so she was like, first of all, I didn't even know who this nigga was. She was like, I was getting tagged in the video, and then she's like, I don't know who this dude is. She looked him up and she was like, found out that he was making a lot of money with and off of the black community. And so she was like, oh hell no, I need to speak on this. And so there was a point where they actually got on live. And so just based on his tweet right there, you can break it apart. And Tamika did break it apart where he's saying she was involved with multiple drug dealers who were using her house as a trap spot. First of all, even if she was involved with multiple drug dealers, that still does not justify this young lady losing her life. Secondly, the post office, the postmaster, even they said in the report, they lied in the report. They first said that there was no injuries when there was injuries. How is there no injuries when there was a young lady who was sleeping who now has 8 bullets in her body, but there was no injury? That's what they originally put in the report. They also said that the post office reported suspicious packages coming to her house. The postmaster said they reported no such thing. So there was a lot of lies in the case there. So this man has no idea what he's talking about.
Secondarily, we'd like to call out that they were at the wrong fucking house. So you're talking about her house is being used as a trap house. Whether or not that's true, they were at the wrong house that night. The person they were looking for, they already had in custody because they already arrested him earlier in the day. So even if that statement is true, one, drugs is not worth death. So if you did something wrong, you can go to jail. You don't deserve to lose your life for that. So that's period, point blank. But two, they weren't even where they were supposed to be because they're incompetent police. So there is not a leg to stand on when we're talking about Breonna Taylor. There's really nothing else to say.
Oh, Oh, but there's more. He says, guys, like LeBron demanding for arrest of the officers involved. These cops may have been aggressive after being fired on, but they were doing their job. Her house was being monitored and was used to receive drug packs. Black Lives Matter spinning it for attention to the movement. Same people demanding justice for a woman involved in the drug game won't protest gun violence in Chicago, tobacco, alcohol, sugar industries that are really killing Black Americans. This is all political propaganda, not actual interest in benefiting Black lives. Hashtag BLM terrorism. So yes. So she gets on live with him and they're going back and forth. This white man, this lily white man has the nerve, the gall, and the audacity in this year of our Lord 2020 to tell a Black woman that he could lead the Black Lives Matter movement better than her.
Hell no.
Like, really? You don't even know the facts of the case, sir. How dare you tell a Black woman who has been doing the work, who has gone to sit with and talk with the mothers that have lost their children unjustly to gun violence? She is out here flying out, risking her life, risking her family's life, and doing the work. And you have the nerve to say that you can run the Black Lives Matter movement better than a Black woman? How dare you?
When you don't even know what's going on.
And then you sit over here and profit off of the Black community. You don't even know what you're talking about. How dare you even raise your voice to a queen like that? How dare you? As a white man, are you serious? And this is what I'm saying. These so-called allies, y'all need to stay in your place. Stay in your place. Because you don't even know what you're talking about, dude. You're Black. How you gonna call Black Lives Matter terrorism? You fight for Black lives every day. How?
Right. Those two things aren't
how
aligned. You can't use right-wing language and then be like, but also I'm aligned to the movement. But I would like to know, and obviously I didn't know what was going on because I didn't spend a lot of time on the social media this weekend, but I would want to know what artists that he works with had something to say. And I want to know who is going to continue working with this person, particularly when many of the rappers and artists probably have, I hope, have strong opinions about what's going on. Right. So for you to see your producers say and do things like that, I would immediately want to know, like, so are y'all going to keep making projects with this man or what? Because at this point, we shouldn't be giving him no more of our fucking dollars. So, like,
right.
There's a billion other Black producers or even white producers that know what time it is.
Yeah.
That you don't need to work with this person. So I would want to know, like, y'all gonna stop? Because you should.
And this is what I love about Black women, because it's like low-key Black women be casting spells on people, like, until you do right by me, nigga.
Everything you touch gonna crumble.
And that's exactly what she said. She said, you will have to deal with me for the rest of your life. Okay. She said she named the artists that deal with him as Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Durk, the Baby, Jack Harlow. Like, she's bringing out those people. And so she told him, like, dude, I don't care who you work with. I'm on your neck. I'm on your neck. If I find out somebody is working with you, I'm on your neck. And then he wants to come back and apologize after he talks to the family of Breonna Taylor. Are you kidding me, dude?
Bye.
Are you kidding me?
Not worth it now.
Now, after this Black woman who has been doing the work, you're going to invalidate the work that she has been doing, speaking over her, doing all that loud talk. First of all, if you think that you can do that, like, you're lost. You're completely lost.
Period.
So I was just really disgusted by that. But anyway, speaking of disgust.
Ooh. Come on, segue.
Y'all know I love Ellen.
Me too, but she's really fucking up, man.
Yeah, and so pretty much Ellen DeGeneres has a talk show. We've all, like, Black people, we love Ellen DeGeneres. Come on. Because she's always, all of her shows are usually like some tearjerkers. She's hella funny.
Kids.
Yeah, she got kids. Her wife is hella cool. Like, she's just, we love Ellen, right? And so recently there's been claims during the times of coronavirus of some racial discrimination in the workplace.
Sexual
assault, things of that, some really serious claims. And so she comes out pretty much and was like, I'm sorry to hear that was happening. Like, she tried to, like, kind of, like, shift the blame, like, the people that I was working with. But no, you're the boss, so you should be knowing what's going on. Right. Yes, you're the talent, but you should be knowing what's going on in your camp. How are you having all these complaints of racial discrimination and you didn't know and you didn't nip that in the bud?
Right. No one ran that up the pole to you. No one. No one said anything at any time. No one reported anything.
And as I'm reading these claims, there's also, accusal of her being possibly involved with Jeffrey Epstein and that whole thing. Because people kept saying in the comments, hashtag Pizzagate, all this stuff, because apparently she's a part of the Black Book of Celebrities that has been, has flown out to him. And possibly they're saying that she was involved in some of his wrongdoing towards children. And so she's on the fence for that. Then she comes out and says, she possibly wanted to end her show.
Yep.
So right now, there's a hashtag going on. I think it's called #EndEllen on Twitter. And so they were talking about possible people to replace her with. Some of the choices were like Tiffany Haddish. Some of my favorites, they put Tabitha Brown.
Oh, yes.
One of my other tops was New York, because I would like, literally, if New York or Tabitha Brown did it, I would get whatever channel I need to get to watch that show.
Watch it live, get my ratings.
Yeah.
Yep.
They replaced her with a ton of different people.
Mondays with Tab and Chance, or Mondays with Choice.
I would love it. I haven't watched it in a minute.
I would totally watch that. What's crazy, and this is obviously off topic, but about Tabitha Brown, but like how long this year feels, I don't know about you, but I feel like Tab has like been part of my life for like forever.
Yeah.
And she posted a video like yesterday, 2 days ago, it was like of her first TikTok, Dancing with Choice and someone else that I can't remember, but they were like, it was like a dance one. And she was like, like had like 2 followers, like nobody. And she took my first video, and then she's like, 4 months later. It's only been 4 months that we have had Tabitha Brown in our lives, and obviously her whole life has changed, and she's changed all of our lives because we all love it, because that's your business,
right? Since
but
her
like
TikTok blew up.
She's obviously been an actress and been in other stuff, but like of her rise to fame, it's literally only been 4 months, and it feels like it has been.
It feels
endless
weird.
amounts of time.
Because I kind of feel like with Tabitha Brown, it's like one of those, how when you find like a dope artist like on SoundCloud, like just randomly,
and
you feel like this is how I felt with Ari Lennox, and then other people started to know her, and if it's like it's kind of like I don't know, it's a bittersweet, it's a dope moment, but it's almost a bittersweet because it's like, oh wow,
she's not underground no more.
Yeah, the secret is out for real, and so it's just interesting. But I would fully support her.
Tab.
She's just so like. Her voice. I just need to hear her voice on my phone for meditation.
I'm waiting for her to be able to I need to be tap her for like an audio book of some sort, or like I think she'd be so fun for Yeah, or Waze.
Yeah.
Or I think she'd be so fun for like I watch a lot of nature documentaries. I feel like she'd be so fun describing like fucking Meerkat Manor or something like that. She would be so cute.
She definitely needs to do a meditation CD on
she could do a sleep story.
Yeah, she could totally. I would totally fall asleep to Tabitha Brown. But like, yeah, I'm totally into it. I don't know what's going on with Ellen, but my thing is like, it sucks because it's just like, man, she was our good white woman, and then she just kind of like messed it up.
But apparently it's like common knowledge in Los Angeles that Ellen is like really shitty to work for. I was, kind of scrolling about this on Twitter, and one of the tweets was like, first week in LA, it said like something to do something to do with like trendy coffee, and it's like and a waiter or like a former Ellen employee telling you like an Ellen like a horror story, like those like really common like things that occur. So like, because obviously she has a huge staff, right? Like to produce the Ellen show, there are tons and tons of people that the Ellen show actually employs, and so apparently there's a high turnover rate, and like everybody has stories of like Ellen being like really shitty. Probably, basically, right. Like Ellen Diaz said it, Ellen's like the LA Amazon, right? Like, great show, great, on the front, but like really shitty behind the scenes. So I'm wondering, like, how has this not happened sooner? Like, if that's the case, because it's like based on Twitter and what have you. I mean, take that with a grain of salt. It seems like niggas been knowing that Ellen ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's
like, but they said that same stuff about Steve Harvey too. Like he'd be like really trashy to his employees. Like would say to them like, "Don't look at me," or something weird like that. Yeah, we heard about that a few times, but
I believe that.
Hopefully, the people that are dealing with that stuff get that addressed, because I mean, everybody ain't lying on you. So, hopefully that gets addressed very soon there.
Don't that look like a spider over there? I know it's not, but by that leaf.
Dude.
Tell me that little...
I will run.
I've been staring at it, and I was like, I swear to God, if that's
I will
a spider.
jump over this couch right now. Like
by the dry leaf, the little brown, like...
I see it, and it feels like it's coming at you.
Don't it look like it's a spider? I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's not a spider.
It's Cleopatra coming at you.
But I'm looking at it
I will flip over this couch, and you guys will see all my thighs.
This episode just gonna fade to black real fucking fast.
Right.
We're gonna be out this bitch like Scooby-Doo, like a Scooby-Doo
literally, just knock over the flowers. Save yourself. Trying to kill us. No, that nigga trying to kill my family.
Yeah, he gotta pay rent now. We done. We not doing it. He lives
yeah, that's
here.
his house. But yeah, I mean that's really all I had.
My bad.
Unless you wanted to ask me some questions, like, and no, I will not marry you. So don't ask again. Unless you got that cheddar.
I hate her.
Unless you got that cheddar.
Much.
Cheddar. Unless you got that cheddar.
I already gave you cheddar today. I gave you some mac and cheese.
Some lots of mac and cheese. I'm about to tear that down.
See, y'all, I didn't even say that at the beginning. I am such a good person. She abandoned me all weekend, and I still brought her some food.
You are such a good person.
I really
on
am.
Mondays. Yes, you are.
Shut up. Okay, my question for you.
What? What do you want?
I'm trying to make it up on the top of my head because I didn't write any down.
Make it clap. Yeah.
Did you just try to make your booty cheeks clap in the seat? Is that what you did?
No, because they kind of come together like this.
Like what?
Like this. There's not enough to go around.
There's not enough clapping?
Dude, let me tell you this weekend.
No round of applause?
I realized how high my butt was. Listen to me.
Well, yeah, dude, legs go all the way up Griffin.
Yeah. First of all, I got a little toot. So I had on some high-waisted shorts, and I could not figure out where my pocket was. I was like, dude, it's like on my tailbone. I was like, dude, there's a lot to take in. But, I look cute. Go ahead.
I can't take it. Okay, if you could only eat 3 foods for the rest of forever, what would they be?
3 foods for the rest of forever. Chef special fried rice, easily.
Okay, fair. With the big shrimps, not the little shrimps.
Not the little shrimps. Not the little shrimps. Juicy. Okay, moist.
Come on, juicy.
And I would say next would be well, that's not fair.
I said 3, dog.
Okay. Let's be realistic.
Tighten up.
Oh, kick rocks. I would definitely do Mexican food.
No, you can't pick a genre, bitch. I would have just said all like Chinese food. I would have just said that. No, 3 foods.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you that you could pick 3 like meals, like like,
okay.
3 meals.
Let me talk my things. Okay,
Chef
so this is what I really want. Chef special fried rice, because that's when you get the pork, you get the beef, you get the shrimp and the chicken, so you get everything.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And then I would say
egg for me, but yes, continue.
That's ghetto. Okay, so then I'm gonna have poke because I want to be like feel healthy.
Yeah,
but I still like rice. And then I would like to have some pasta specifically with the white sauce and the juicy shrimp and maybe a little pesto for a little decoration. Sprinkle a little some green coke leaves over it.
Green what leaves?
Coke leaves, parsley. There we go. And
okay,
then,
I was like, please be specific.
Who smokes green coke?
What?
Exactly. So,
you didn't say smoke. You said sprinkle.
Sprinkle. Who has green coke? Is that it? That's not even a real thing.
Girl, I don't know.
Wait. Oh my gosh. I'm
real
just kidding. Whoa. I've never had any. I'm just. Word to the bird.
Can't stand you. Chef special with the big juicy shrimp and all the stuff. You said, shit. What did you just say? Poke because you want to be healthy. Chef special
with the big green juicy stuff. Go ahead.
You said poke, and then what is the last thing you said? Oh, white sauce on noodles with the coke leaves. Those would be your 3.
No. You are snorting.
Okay, so that's what you would have. I feel like I would have to have
with a yerba mate on the side.
Okay.
For viewers like you.
I would do I would have to have brown stewed chicken. Like, and with white rice, because that goes together. So some stewed chicken, like my mom makes, my fave.
Come on, stewed chicken, is it boiled?
And I'm trying to make some this week, actually. I would also take salmon sashimi with a like salmon roll on the side.
I just think about chicken. Go ahead.
And then I think the third thing would have to be like fucking, oh God, I'm torn. I feel like I need like a snack, but I also love Chinese food so much. I really feel like I'm going to say spam musubi, but like.
Ooh, you can't say that's not a meal.
It's not a meal. I know, that's what I said, not the rest of my life, but like I love musubi. I eat it a lot, actually. I learned how to make it at home.
That's what he said.
Okay, I think I would do chef special, but like the noodles. I wouldn't do fried rice. I would do chef special like lo mein. What you say? Or Singapore noodles. Chef special noodles. Those would be my 3. Chef special noodles, stewed chicken.
Chef special noodles, and sometimes they be making it too salty.
They be hitting.
You like them? You like that food, huh?
Those would be my 3.
Go big girl. What you gonna do? Go big girl. Oh, sorry.
That's how you feel?
No,
we've got to get out of here.
That song made me feel that way because I'm
so fucking hungry.
I'm about to tear up this lobster mac and cheese.
It's gonna be good.
Ooh, when I put it in
there. When you eat it, you better give me my review. Tell the people how good
I mean, I've been eating it cold, so that lets you know
give
right
there.
Give
the people my review on Instagram. Like, make sure they know
I
know
I am. If I don't eat it first. So I'm going to eat it. I'm excited. I'm excited to eat that juicy lobster.
You fat bitch.
I am at the core. But it's okay because when I get fine, I'm still be eating. What's up?
Fine. I'm going to be, by the end of the year, y'all, I'm going to be snatched with this Peloton. I'm telling you, I'm going to be a whole new bitch on here. You not.
Oh.
We're going to talk about it.
How she rescinds her invitation. Makita is like low-key mad greedy, dude.
I did not rescind any invitation. I didn't give an invitation.
Low-key, she's hella greedy, dude.
What did
she be like, invitations rescinded. And then this is the last thing I have to say. Why she's calling me a big bitch, I'm gonna let you know right now.
What?
One time, me and Makita, so she likes sweets. I really don't. I was bullied into it. So Makita made some
she
really
likes salty.
She made some really big cinnamon rolls, dude, right?
She's talking about the Super Bowl. I made jumbo cinnamon rolls.
Let me finish.
I would like to call out there was 5 of them.
No, let me finish before I knock this stuff over. Let me tell you how she treated me. She says, so we both have our own big cinnamon rolls, right? So then I don't want to be big like that. So I was like, hey,
no,
do you
want to
split?
One. A third party had one, so there was 3 gone.
Okay. It was 2 left. So I didn't want to be big. So I said, would you like to split it with me? Very politely to this person. And then she was like, you want to share with me? She's like, no, I don't want to share. I want my own. And I was like, whoa.
I don't know why
you
I'm
are
in trouble.
A hungry girl. And so I was just, because I
would like to call out that we were stupid high because you made those fucking meatballs. You ate your cinnamon roll and then melted into the fucking couch. Like, we were dumb high.
She's crazy. First of all, I don't do that.
Yeah, okay.
First of all, I am clean.
She made us a special
especially
meatballs.
while I'm drinking my yerba mate.
For your viewers like you.
So, at the end of the day, I was just taken aback because she rejected me. And I was like, I've never seen anybody do that before. She's like, I really want to eat this. She was like this. She's like, I really want to eat this whole thing. And I was like, ooh, I thought she was going to bite my arms a lot.
I said, but at least,
okay,
why would I lie and be like, yeah, I'll share it with you? I don't want to share it with you. I know
sometimes
I want to eat
you
this
need
whole
to be a little bit more selfless. But with that said,
don't say nothing to me because then she ate the whole other cinnamon roll. She ate it. So
well, because I was forced into it. What was I supposed to do?
You could have cut it in half, but you didn't. You ate it.
Why? So you could eat the other half?
I wouldn't have.
I would not have that on my heart and let you finish the other half. I was in competition, so I had to eat the whole thing. Boom.
What that got to do with me?
And the cinnamon roll's gone. I ate 2 of it. That's why my thighs are big. Boom. And with that said, this is it.
I can't stand you. We are out of here. Y'all tell us how your weekends were. I can't stand Sierra. I would just like to say that I'm just an honest human being and I want what I want. Okay. I shouldn't be penalized for that when, under the influence. Okay. But in general, we'll see you next week. And maybe if you guys are nice to us, we'll drop another little snack in the city. Y'all
let us know how you guys we're our local lookout. Check out Snack in the City.
Come on,
if you cannot find it, go to our Instagram page at Black and City Pod. Linktree, and then Snack in the City is right at the top. Leave a review, subscribe, comment, share. Boom, tell your auntie, tell your cousin.
We made it specifically.
Yeah, don't tell your grandma because this is kind of inappropriate. But okay, we'll see you guys.
You gotta pray
the next
for
time.
The people.
Huh? Oh yeah. May the stomachs get flatter and the booties get fatter, and may my pocket get bigger because won't. Watch out.
Get off my fucking podcast. Get off.
Bye.
We're out of here. Bye.